Welcome to the I-80 Club. I-80 Live, Josh and Jack back together again after like a week and a day
Wow.
off. Hello,
It
Jack.
it feels like it feels like a long time. It feels
Yeah.
like a super long time.
Yes, it most
I don't know
definitely
what
does.
it is, man, but is it a week and a half? Is that right? A week and
It
a
was
half?
last Wednesday, so it was only a week ago. It's a week and a day. Like we've done this before.
Man,
Alex says, "Smash that subscribe button." Hell yeah, baby! Smash that subscribe button as we
please.
roll on here on this Thursday night. Jack, how are you, man?
I'm good. I am good. I'm excited to talk to you because I've sort of been reading and listening from afar about your experiences in Boston and haven't really even interacted with you about that yet. So, yeah, I'm excited that's I don't not behind you, but excited that you did it. Like, how do you feel now after like something you've thought about doing for so long and wanted to do for so long and has motivated you, and then the end point for you for so long that it's not out there in the future anymore, but it's in the past? That in itself has got to be a weird feeling.
It is. You know how like when you're a kid and you look forward to Christmas and then it's
Yeah.
over and you have like that depression, like the post-race blues are most definitely a thing. And
Really?
in
Wow.
particular this, given like you said, it had been something I'd been looking forward to for years.
Years.
After
You've talked about it for years. with
yeah,
me.
dude.
Yeah.
After the race, my family and I, we were at a bar grabbing lunch and some beers, and somebody was like, "So how long have you been training for it for?" And I was like, I don't know, 5.5 years, and like I said, it kind of in jest, right? Because a training plan is not 5.5 years, but it felt that way. It felt like this was a 5.5 year process starting at the beginning of COVID. And then it became a goal at some point in 2021. And to get there, like, I'm still very emotional that it's done, like I want to rewind and go back, not even just to the race, but like to Thursday and to Friday and to Saturday and Sunday. The anticipation of it,
Yeah.
and that's in the rearview mirror is such a bummer
Yeah.
as well. But it was awesome. It was really, really special. And this block was horrible for me. It was not a very good one. And so to get there and end up having a race that I'm proud of is, it feels really good. It feels
Well,
really
yeah,
good.
I know it was tough for you leading up with your body, which sometimes can be difficult, but
Yeah.
like how did it manage, how did everything go during the race in terms of like what you were expecting, what you're expecting your body to do, what you expected to be hard, what you expected to be do well? Was it as kind of what you thought it was going to be like?
So yeah, for those who don't know, and by the way, welcome in. This is I-80 Live, Josh and Jack hanging out. We're gonna do draft stuff in a little bit.
Yes.
We'll do. Don't
They got
worry.
a while to the first pick.
Yes,
We know what's
yes.
happening with the first
Yeah,
pick.
yeah.
Anyway.
It's gonna be Cam Moore. They're riding bikes right now. So for those who don't know, I had a hamstring injury that I suffered the day before the Super Bowl. So that's almost 3 months ago now, Jack. How long it's been
Crazy.
since I got hurt, and so I've been dealing with that. I felt a lot better over the last month or so, and but I knew at some point, Jack, that it was going to pop up in the midst of the race, and it did. 6 miles in is when I first started feeling that pain. Thankfully, it never went like into horrible territory. It was just there, like this kind of dull pain that had been there, in a lot of my runs over the last few, I don't know, weeks, months. So I managed it as well as I could. That I definitely felt my fitness or like the lack of fitness that I would have wanted to have. And certainly like I didn't do any strength training for the last couple of months. And those hills, man, they are not a joke, going down them, especially. There was one hill I went down like my whole left leg, and that's the leg that I had my injury.
Which you would never think of, you would
Yeah.
never be like, oh, the downhills are hard. That's where you coast, right? That's the thought, but of course you use different muscles in making sure you don't fall forward. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they always say, hey, don't go out too fast, because you'll regret it later. And sure enough, I had some friends who had never run Boston before, and they went out a little too hot, and they felt it in the back half.
Hold on. Amon Green and Lil Wayne appear to be on the stage with little girls and bikes right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It looks like Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Is that what that is? All
Yeah.
I could see is Amon Green and Lil Wayne, and I couldn't tell who anyone else was. That's
hilarious.
and I don't even know who's behind them.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I can't tell who's right behind Goodell right now. He looks like a veteran player, though.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
No
That's
gray.
hilarious. Yeah,
No gray
that's
head.
funny.
Cam Ward? Is that Cam Ward?
Yes, that's that. Yes. Well, I guess what are you? Are you on NFL Network or are you on ESPN?
I'm on NFL Network. I assume that's what everybody watches, right?
That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm watching right now. Yeah.
But Cam Ward looks like he's 15 years old.
James Jones says Skurs04. James Jones.
Thank you.
Jordan says, did it feel sweeter finishing as well as you did after having the injury? Absolutely. You know, I've thought, hey, would you change this? And, you know, I mean, everyone always says, I wouldn't change anything for the world. Like, would being able to have run or gone after a PR been more fun? Of course. You know, did I learn more about myself over the last few months in the process? And did it make the race all the sweeter and more rewarding? 100%. Like, it's hard to say that this is my favorite, but it is. It was Boston. Jack, the support on this course is unrivaled. I've done Chicago 3 times, and I cannot get over what it was like on Saturday. I mean, it is insane. And then you like actually run
when
into
you say
Boston.
support. When you say support, do you mean like support in like just like encouragement, or do you mean technical support?
Yeah, well, honestly, both. That's a great question. Both. The technical support is awesome. They had 8 stations basically at every mile. So I was always, you know, drinking Gatorade, always drinking water and getting my gels and stuff. The support in terms of just people and cheering you on and yelling at you and wishing you well. And then Jack, so I told the story a few minutes ago how we end up at this bar. Dude, I felt like a rock star. They're like cheering for me and chanting for me and asking me questions and like wanting to buy me
after
drinks.
the race.
After the race,
they just knew they wanted to find someone who ran it.
Yeah, because they knew. Because you know,
celebrate.
I had a medal on and I had this Boston this jacket. They call it the Finisher's Celebration jacket, and so I had this on, and they're like, they're asking me questions. What was your time? I told them my time, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know. And then they're like wanting to do cheers. Like my sister-in-law got this great video of I had this beer, and they were like, finish it, because it was like halfway done, and so I was like, fuck it, why not, right? Like, you know, I just ran Boston, so I did, and then the whole bar started cheering. That was over in that section.
Awesome, that's freaking awesome.
Absolutely insane, man. Yeah,
very cool.
It was super cool.
Yeah,
super cool.
So do you have like what replaces Boston for you now?
Now
like,
what?
Do you have a thing?
I saw D'Lo ask that a few minutes ago. Now what? I do not have a now what at this moment in time. I'm going to do New York City, but that's not for 3.5 years. I want to do that for my 40th birthday. I'll turn 40 that year in September, and that race is November. I am going to take some time off in terms of racing, I think. I mean, I might do a half marathon this year. I'm not going to do a marathon again this year, and I've done 2 every year going back to the last few. So I'm not going to do another one, and I don't know if I'll do one next year. I definitely want to dabble in the trail scene, and I want to see what's going on with the ultras. So we'll see.
If the Cass County Board has the courage, there will be a trail from Omaha to Lincoln.
Oh, and I imagine I have many friends who would.
You can jog to my house for dinner.
There we go. Yeah, make sure you got a lot of carbs for me.
Jog on over for dinner and a drink, and jog on home. Right? Don't even need a driver.
Jack, that sounds lovely. Also, it's been nice having beer again. I hadn't had anything since the Super Bowl, and so it's been really nice.
Nothing for a while I almost did all of Lent, and then I didn't, but I mostly did, which is the important thing about Lent. So
if you almost get there, that's the most important part.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. I'm so excited it's the NFL draft, Josh. I've been so down. I've been so freaking down on the sports scene in the sports world and even talking about it. And I'm so happy about it's the NFL draft because it is a window. It means it's a beginning. It is. This is
it's time to count down.
This is when I start to very initially start to let myself think of football. There are many times you could argue, right, are the ceremonial beginning of football season. There are so many of them, but
sure,
I think the draft is really one of those moments on the calendar where you take it. I think of it more as a step, right? And I think this is a first step into football season. So we've gone from the basement to step number 1, and that's something. Okay.
Well, now, first of all, I'm gonna be critical of you and disagree with you, I guess, all in one swoop. I'm gonna disagree with you because you unofficially kicked off that that step one on Saturday's pod when you did the quarterback thing without me, and it pissed me off as I was listening to it. I'm like, he's doing the thing that I was looking forward to doing.
Well,
yeah,
you just wanted to hear it. I figure, not necessarily comment on it, and we can do it again after the spring transfer portal happens, because obviously teams like 2 teams have changed quarterbacks since I did that thing. It's already outdated, Josh. So
Yeah, I guess that's true. But yes, you are right. We have, because Jack, I was thinking about it the other day. Is it? Oh yeah, Monday. Monday is the 28th, which will mark 4 months until the season begins for Nebraska.
Third of a year.
You're right. Like,
that's basically what we've been through since. Think of where you were New Year's Day. That's the difference. That's the difference to where we are now.
Wow, that's a great point. This year has kind of flown by. Yeah, it seems like the sports world has been bad for people. Now, I haven't paid attention to anything over the last week except for checking scores for NBA playoff games. I have no idea what's going on in hockey. I have kind of an idea on what's going to happen tonight. Obviously, Cam Ward's going number 1. And then Travis Hunter number 2, and then it's kind of up in the air, right?
Abdul Carter is supposed to be next? Yes.
Mm-hmm. I guess I know the Royals aren't scoring runs. Is that what's going on, or is it
until today? They're scored about 87 today in a doubleheader, so that's good. But yes, the Royals suck. Nebraska baseball sucks. Yeah, it's terrible. There's nothing. Spring football, I can't. Man, I just can't. What is there to freaking say? I want spring football to end, just because.
Really,
I don't even need to try and talk about it then. Yeah, which will be great. I'll be glad for it to end. And no one can get hurt is the other thing.
What are we going to talk about when there's?
We were talking about it anyway. Worth of shit, Talk about the fall. That's the thing. Now we talk about the fall. We quit talking about the spring. We start breaking down rosters. We start breaking down games. Right? We start doing.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Out which assistant coach you guys want to fire this year? That we're going to pitchforks and torches for starting at the beginning.
Jack, you just gave me another pod idea for us for the offseason, and that's let's rank the hot seat heat ranking of every assistant coach on Nebraska's roster. How fun would that be?
We're going to break a YouTube record on that one. Everybody will love it. It's
Topic alert.
Man, talking about clickbait, that's going to get everybody in on that one.
All right, so I guess
that's a great. We should,
That's like legitimately a fun one because there will be people who will be in on it and they'll think, "Hey, thanks for doing this," and then others who will be actively mad. What are you doing? Why are you saying that these guys are going to get fired? Because it's Maine. We're just trying to figure out something to talk about, right?
Fire everyone. Who are people mad at? Because I know this is actually when
Satterfield.
There's already a mustard seed in people's hearts that will grow. Right,
it will grow which coach?
As we get into. I don't know. But that's the thing is I don't know what flavor of a mustard seed it is. Some of them will be a Barthel mustard seed. Some of them will be a Satterfield. Some of them will be a Phil Snow.
I got one for you. The new punching bag on Nebraska's coaching staff, John Butler. Can't you see it?
Very
the defense is a little bit worse.
I 100% can see it.
Oh, man, we should have appreciated Tony White more. I guess the 3-3-5 was good.
There's someone who has just the inklings that a coach may not be good right now, and they will get the proof of it in the first few games. They will start to let it flourish in their souls.
Oh, yeah.
And then it will start to go out into the ether, and they'll build, and they'll find another person. Ooh, you like that too? Yes. You think he should be fired too? And then there'll be 3, and then there's 10, and then there's 37.
It's like a virus, Jack. It's like that's how COVID spread.
Yes.
It's going to be that cruise ship that can't just keep all of the Fire Butler people on the cruise ship, and then it won't leave.
Right. And then Nebraska gets blown out by Michigan, and then the top comes off, right?
The defense allows 38 points and a loss. Now, the offense is finally better. Dylan Raiola throws for 4 touchdowns, but it's not enough because the defense was horrible, and they gave up another 3rd down conversion late in the game.
When do people turn on Holgerson? Does he get a full year? Does he get a full year honeymoon before everyone turns on him? Because the whole offensive coordinator is the most, difficult spot to not be on the hot seat on of any spot on a coaching staff because play calling. That's why.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that he's going to be fine. Hey, Cam Ward, by the way, Jack, number 1 overall pick. Who saw that coming?
For the Titans.
I think he's fine, but I mean, what if they line up in shotgun on the first and goal of the year and they throw it and it's intercepted?
You know what?
Like,
that's actually what Actually, that I probably would want an offensive. I am so tired of shotgun on first at the goal line. That is one old man. They could put me in those insurance commercials or whatever about being, being your parent. I hated that when I was in my 20s though. I hated that when Gary Pinkel was the one who popularized it.
Oh,
shotgun at the 1 yard line. I always consider that dude the father of shotgun at the.
Oh, really? He's the OG.
I believe he is I believe he's the father of shotgun at the 1 yard line, Gary Pinkel. Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, shout out to him. So there you go. It's a really a trade. There's a trade.
What? Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I knew there were going to be trades because nobody had traded yet, but I did not think this pick.
Oh, here it is. It's the Browns are trading to the Jags. So the Jags are going to have the number 2 overall
Jags are getting
pick.
Travis Hunter?
Wow. Interesting. That's a smart move by Cleveland. They're not one player away from winning the division or winning a Super Bowl. Like, that's a smart move by the Browns.
So I had seen one thing of many mock drafts. One had Cleveland trading to get Pittsburgh's pick or somebody's pick and to pick Hunter and Shador both today.
Oh, God, that
which
would
I thought
hilarious.
would have been amazing.
Man, and I don't know how I feel about Travis Hunter going to Jacksonville. I guess Browns suck too. Like I wanted to be.
I don't. Man, Jacksonville. That's a way less interesting, isn't it?
It is. It sucks.
It's way less interesting.
Advantage. I hate watching games there.
Dude, Travis Hunter bringing the Browns to the to the playoffs. Wow, the Browns don't want him. All right, so second overall, 4th round pick, 6th round pick.
Oh wow! So the Browns, they get the 5th overall pick.
So they get the 5th,
and they get a 2nd rounder and a 4th rounder and their 1st rounder next year. Jack, what if the Jags are garbage? The Browns are going to have an amazing pick next year. Wow. Hey, here's a question for you: as the NFL
they still
draft
got number 5 here, they didn't want Hunter. Yeah. This whole time they didn't want to. Man, how did nobody have this? We do the freaking experts study this for months, and then within seconds, it's wrong immediately.
Well, no, I'd seen some noise that the Browns were going to trade out of number 2 because it's a smart play for them because, again, their roster's not good enough that Travis Hunter was going to allow them to overcome something and make a deep run. Maybe he helps them on their drive towards the Super Bowl, but they still have quarterback issues, and that's going to be the biggest thing. Here's a question for you, Jack, as the draft now is officially underway. What are you wanting from tonight? Is there a player that you want to get picked by a team? Is there a player? I mean, are you rooting for Shador Sanders to drop to the end of the first round?
That's what I want. Shador Sanders sitting alone, Aaron Rodgers, Brady Quinn style in the green room. That's what I want. I don't know if he's even there. He's not. Yeah, he's at home if I remember right with his dad. Number 2, and this is a very personal one and annoying to people, but I want a clear number 2 fantasy running back in the draft after Ashton Jeanty, because I got the number 2 pick in my very significant fantasy league. Because I did not win the Toilet Bowl, which I would have had the number 1 pick, and I would have got Jeanty, and he's flown up the boards too. By the way,
Jeanty.
They were talking the Cowboys were going to get him all fall. And
then the people started watching his tape, and they were like, "Never mind. There's no way that he gets past the edge of the top."
Am I going Omarion Hampton? Am I going Caleb? Am I getting Caleb Johnson? Where are those?
Do you
guys
have to?
going?
Do you have to pick a running back? Why wouldn't you? Go
I don't
like
have to, but they are the currency of our league. So
okay, still, it's like an old school fantasy.
And also, I don't want McMillan, especially if he goes to the Cowboys. So who else? What are the wide receivers? Well, I mean, I guess you could take Hunter, but McMillan is kind of the number 1 fantasy.
And then there's the guy from Texas. There's the wide receiver from Texas. That's who I think that they're going to end up drafting.
I don't know his name, so I probably shouldn't, McCarty or something. I just made that up. I have no idea.
Alex says Travion Henderson with him, Jack. Yeah,
that's another one. Well, either of the Ohio State guys.
Yeah.
Judkins, Henderson. Yeah, I know. So I'm really curious about which of those running backs gets into the best place. But
and the value is so much higher for the running back that it makes sense to do that over any.
And I need it. Well, and again, I'm sorry to even, but you asked the question. But I have Jamar Chase and Puka on my team, so as keeper. So
yeah,
I don't need. I need.
Sorry, everybody. We're talking fantasy football on the night of the NFL.
But you asked.
Yes, that's true. I
have to answer honestly.
You do.
those are the two things. So Shador, though, but Shador waiting would be funny to me.
Yeah.
Would be
I was
very
listening
funny.
to
Is Pittsburgh taking him? Is that what we all expect now?
So, dude, I don't know. I was talking about this with Riss at dinner tonight. How I listened on the way home today. I ended up listening to a lot of pods, and I finally was getting caught up on stuff, including some draft conversations. And Jack, one of the things that was interesting, I listened to Split Zone Duo. So Richard Johnson had a chance to talk with it was Ben Solak and Derek, is it Classy from The Athletic. And anyway, they do this quarterback discussion every year at this time, right? And it's fascinating listening to the NFL guys talk about Shador, because for them, he's never dropped down. He is dropping in the minds of fake mock drafts a year ago that don't mean anything, right? Like, he's only dropping in the mind of like, oh, I heard he was going to be top 5. But people who actually do this are like, no, he's not that good of a quarterback.
Why didn't they step in then and correct it?
I think, and I don't remember what podcast I heard this on today, but somebody said that they think because of the relationship that a lot of these guys have with Dion, that they are a little afraid to say he's like a end of the first round type guy, and that only a handful of guys did so. Like Todd McShay, I think, has had him in the 20s the entire time, but not a lot of people have. So that's a theory that's out there. But a lot of others are expecting him to get picked.
Let me ask you this, Josh.
Okay.
You can have your team. Let's say the Cowboys. The Jaguars are picking Hunter right now.
Yeah.
I assume. Your team can have just take any whatever extraneous factors out. Talent alone.
Sure.
You can have Jackson Dart or Shador Sanders. Who are you taking?
Shador.
I agree, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So like that, but is he worth a top 10 pick?
Well, I agree with Adam. I don't see the appeal with his inability to get rid of the ball. Well, I mean, 100%. Like, he's got to be coached. Like,
yeah, he holds on to it way too long. On one hand, it's impressive that he deals with the pressure like he does. Like, he's able to stand in there, Jack, and take that pressure right in his face and make a throw. On the other hand, like, dude, just get rid of the ball.
But man, I don't know. And he needs to use his athleticism more effectively too. Like, he's not as unathletic as he looks on the football field. There's no way. Yeah. He looks like Tim Couch out there or something sometimes.
He really it's insane how unathletic he looks, like, given he's Deion Sanders' son.
He's Deion Sanders' son, and like, not to get weird, but like, if you saw him like with his shirt off, or like the numbers he puts up in workouts and stuff, they would not match the way he looks at he makes himself look older and less athletic on the field. And I can't, it's one of the weirdest phenomenons.
I just think that's what he is. I just don't think he's very fast. He doesn't have that great of an arm.
I don't believe it. I legitimately don't believe that.
That'd be hilarious if he got in the NFL and he suddenly was a dual threat guy with a cannon.
I think he's been sandbagging his physical ability during his college career.
During his whole career. By the way,
it makes the most sense.
This guy's still talking. We still have not had the Travis Hunter announcement. He has like 3 cards. It's Eric Armstead. Wow, come on. Just give us the pick. D'Lo.
What is that strap across Travis Hunter's, that button strap thing?
It's something that he'll someday look back on that suit and regret it.
That's like, pull up the 2003 draft and the suits they were wearing.
Oh, Jack, is there any draft photo that is as bad as the 2003 NBA draft photo? It is so funny.
XXXXL suits, everyone.
Because at least, like, and like you go look in like 80 suits or whatever, and they're just like really loud and garish and strange. But the ones from 03 are stupid because they're just massive. Why would you wear a suit like that?
Do you know why he's happy right now? One word: weather.
Yeah, he doesn't have to live in Cleveland in the winter.
I remember some video he did. Oh, we do the thing with that. Bend the shit out of it. Bend it, bend it, you coward. Oh, it kills me. I can't watch that all night, by the way, with no bending.
Yeah.
He is not a fan of cold weather. Good Lord. Yeah. What is this? What is this? My daughter's dance recital? What's happening there?
I mean, they're pretty much the same age, Jack. They're the same generation, right?
Crazy.
Are they Gen Z or are they Gen Alpha? What generation are these people?
Z. God. That would be Z. He's my son's probably.
Yeah, he's your son's age. Isn't that wild when you think about it from that perspective, Jack? Like all these people that are getting picked with the weight of the world on their shoulders are Johnny's age. Good luck with that. Have fun.
He's a year and a half older than my son.
Wow. Oh man, that first catch that they just showed from the North Dakota State game in the opener last year was so ridiculous. God, he is so.
We
good.
did a live watch along on that one.
We did. That was fun.
So fun.
Are you rooting for Travis Hunter? We're all rooting for Travis Hunter.
Isn't
right,
it weird how he somehow look how among Nebraska fans who just by virtue of the logo they wear and because of Deion hate Colorado, and I do with that, Travis Hunter is likable enough that I came around on liking him at some point. I don't know when. I think it was when he took that Colorado State dude bowling.
I was just going to say, was it the guy who headhunted him and he was really nice about it?
And he was so graceful about the whole thing. Like, yeah. I mean, like, I am not cheering. It's so crazy. I'm cheering wildly against Shedeur in every possible situation. I hope his draft goes bad. I hope his career goes bad. I hope he has some,
Do you hope his maybe his investments the last few weeks
some moderately poor financial investments. I don't want him to be on the
tariffs
streets.
are good, guys.
I don't think that's going to be an issue. But I don't feel that way about. I want Travis Hunter's. I want his investments to be good stonks. All of those things. So
yeah. Says Travis video during the Nebraska game was
likable,
also cool.
though.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
His
not only, Jack, did he, for a lot of us, the Colorado hate, but I mean, now nationally, there's, of course, the Deion Colorado hate. And for some reason, he was able to really escape that. I will say this, though. There were some absolute pinheads that would call into my radio show. And look, no offense to anybody who subscribes to the I-80 Club. We very much appreciate you if you thought that Genty should have won the Heisman. Genty had a great running back season. Travis Hunter had a generational, amazing season that we will never watch again in college football. And so I definitely could still feel a little of that, well, I mean, how good is he really, though? Because there became this weird little, this thing about him, Jack, where it's like, he has a lot of snaps. That's a cool stat. Like, okay, would you settle down with this garbage? So, yeah.
There's a little part of me that wishes Travis would have, can you imagine if Travis Hunter weren't on Colorado? Both ends of that.
Yeah. Like if he would have been on a different team.
If he would have been on a team that could have used him better.
Oh, like a national championship contender.
Yeah. How would that change how we look at him? It would have devastated Colorado, obviously, because they would have been
a whole lot worse. Yeah, that's an interesting question. If he's on Oregon, do they not get boat raced by Ohio State? Something like that. Are they able to make a deeper run? If he's on Notre Dame, do they win the national championship?
Which is why I feel like I don't. I believe I agree with everything. I think he deserves to be this pick. I think he deserved the Heisman. I think he's great, but I still want to see him on a good team against good teams.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Well, we'll definitely see him against good teams moving forward in the pros. How good his team is going to be the question. At least he's going to a division that is fairly winnable, I would say. Houston was nowhere near as impressive in year 2 under CJ Stroud as a lot of people thought they would be. So, by the way, the Giants pick is in. This is the one that kind of, there are some people who still think that they're going to take Shedeur. So this is the one where either
I assume this is Abdul Carter from Penn State.
Yeah, you would expect so, right? So either the draft kind of continues into normal range or it gets weird.
Because they already got didn't they get they have Thibodeau, right? From
correct.
From Oregon. Wow.
Yeah. Dude, you could have I don't like it. As a Cowboys fan, don't like it, Jack.
That is a hell of bookends. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. All right, who's it going to be?
Oh, I'm ahead of you. This is exciting.
And it is Abdul Carter. Wow. Okay. All right, man.
Look. Wow, look at that Adidas chain. Give me that.
That is?
The dude on the right.
Oh my God!
I don't know if it's his dad or who it is, but
that's amazing.
Okay. He's got some serious. There's a lot of 90s happening with him right now, and
what is his suit, Jack? What is he wearing right now?
There's a lot of.
He looks like he's wearing an outfit from The Matrix. Like he's gonna go hang out, and
he 100%
fight the bad
looks
guys.
like he would walk out with Mike Tyson in a fight against Peter McNeely in 1993 with what he's wearing.
Look at God. He is so good. He is so good.
Oh yeah, this is
He's a freak show. And then he was doing all the stuff that he did in the playoffs with the injury. Man, absolute monster. And he wears the same number as Micah Parsons.
yeah. Wow.
He's
So
fast.
they got Thibodeau and him both at wow.
Yeah. Don't like it.
Bend it. First player who bends it, you'll be my new favorite team. Nope, didn't do it.
I mean, Jack, it already has a little bend going.
I don't care.
You want the things to touch.
First player who bends it the team that drafts them will be my favorite team this year.
Oh my gosh, they have a practiced handshake, dude.
Roger, do they go? Oh god, I don't even want to think about that. That's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh, Roger, do they have a practice handshake area?
They did. They did a weird little thing. Ugh, don't like that. D'Lo, flashback to when Parsons was drafted in Husker. Okay, it got a hard on because he once went to a Nebraska camp. People in the media do love talking about that Friday Night Lights camp.
Did you see that party at East Rutherford in the state? I assume it was in their stadium that they had a party. That many people there. Why in heaven's name would you ever go to that?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Jack, how do we feel about the idea of attending the NFL draft or an NFL draft like?
Well, the draft is one thing, but a party in the Meadowlands where they just it looked like a Pearl Jam concert. They were packed in there. It was unbelievable.
What do you do now? Like, do you go home? Your team is picked. 30 minutes in. Do you head out now?
I have no idea. You took the train out there. I mean, there's probably beers there for $18. Like, I do not. What could get you to go there? But it works. Something apparently.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would want to go to this thing. Honestly, you're just standing around, and the beers are probably $20.
Okay, in Green Bay, it doesn't look fun because it's cold.
Everyone looks cold. Yeah.
It looked fun. Where was it 2 years ago? Was that was it Nashville? When it was in Nashville.
I think that was
in Nashville. It looked fun. Maybe that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, dude, I think that was like 6 years ago now. I think that was all the way back in 2019.
Well, they were outdoor and they had this huge courtyard behind them. Is that long ago? All right, whatever.
No, because that was the day that Steve Sipple broke my divorce on the radio. Nobody.
Oh no. Okay, it definitely wasn't that long ago.
It was. It was 2019.
I think I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
D'Lo, you asking a guy took his family 4 hours out of the way to drop off a dog before going to Texas. I always forget about that story, Jack.
I don't know it was the only way we could literally go on vacation. I don't even know.
They had to do it, D'Lo. They had to do it.
Do we want to go on vacation or not? I mean,
yeah, good question. All right, so the Patriots, they're going to pick the lineman, right?
Wait, did someone put a pin on his hat? What are we doing with pins?
Is that a train?
Is that a train pin?
Is that a Subway? No, I don't know if it's a pin, Jack. I think it might be a logo.
It looks like someone put a tie clip on or a tie button on there.
Do the
remember
the
tie buttons?
No. Is that like this?
My dad used to always wear tie buttons at the bottom.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about like this. I have these on my.
Well, no, like a tie button that keeps the back together with the front, and then it's like.
Yeah, I do have a clip.
Or a clip.
Yeah.
Clip. My dad always wore tie buttons.
Yeah.
Wow. These are some sparkly grills. I like those.
Keena says, I swear it was Nashville more recently. I remember the memes about annoyed bachelorettes trying to figure out why Nashville was so busy.
I 100% do.
All right, well, it's time to prove everybody wrong because I am the man.
I'm going to say it was in 2 years ago. Kansas City last year, Nashville the year before, maybe.
All right, you ready for this, Jack? 2019 NFL Draft was the 84th annual NFL blah, blah, blah. The draft was held April 25th through 27th in Nashville. In Nashville. All right, let's figure out where they were. Now, the next year was the COVID draft.
Which was also which was one of my favorite COVID memories.
Is it really? Oh, Jack, podcast idea for the summer. Favorite COVID memories.
The draft.
5th year anniversary.
The draft, the day that the bubble started, NBA bubble started.
Bubble basketball.
I love I would watch. Here I am. I can't imagine. I watched 10 minutes of an NBA playoff last night and I wanted to die. 5 years ago, I watched the entire Kings Rockets game in the bubble on a Tuesday afternoon.
Good times. Good times. 2021 was in Cleveland, Ohio. 2022 was in Paradise, Nevada. That's Vegas, right? That's just Las Vegas. 2 years ago was in Kansas City.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Kansas City one then.
Last year was in Detroit.
I'm thinking of the Kansas City one, probably.
Detroit, Michigan.
No, they had that at Union Plaza, didn't they?
Adam says, F that. Is he saying F that to COVID or to our COVID podcast?
I'm not sure. We've said it could be one of many things, or it could be the most recent pick by the Giants. I don't know.
Maybe Adam's pissed. Or maybe he's pissed about the hat thing, the little button thing that you were talking
There could be many different things. Okay, so next
F COVID memories. Thank you.
Oh, F COVID. Patriots are next. Oh,
I think they're taking a lineman here.
People forget about the Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, Jack, here's a fun story from Boston. So before a marathon, most runners will wear what they call throwaway clothes. It's basically just old stuff that you end up donating to keep yourself warm, before you take off that and get ready to go. So anyway,
people forget I've run 3 half marathons.
That's true.
I'm true. Also, anyway.
Yeah. So I was wearing an old Cowboys hoodie that doesn't fit me anymore. And I caught some shit from a couple of Boston guys, including this guy as we're getting ready to walk in, and he was Cowboys, ha 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 ha. And I said, "Hey, are you a Patriots fan?" And he said, "Sadly." And I go, "Yeah. What year is it for you? I guess you guys are probably in like the 1997 Dallas Cowboys territory where you have a lot of horrible years ahead of you." And he thought it was actually pretty funny. So shout out to that Boston guy for having a sense of humor, because they're about to enter pain in which no fan base in the history of sports has ever had to deal with, winning that many Super Bowls, and they will now be irrelevant for many, many years.
Did you like the Boston accents? I was going to do one, but I can't. Well.
I could tell. It seemed like you were like, "Hey, hey, I'm walking here."
Pack the car.
It was fun. I heard it only a few times. I didn't hear as many times as I was expecting to.
Wait, is that overrated? How much that happens?
No, maybe I just didn't go to like Southie or something. I wasn't hanging out maybe with the particular type of people. I don't know.
The accents are only in Southie? Really?
Whenever I think of the Boston accent, I really think of Southie.
If I go there and I don't get a full Goodwill Hunting experience, I will be pissed as hell. I've never been there.
I think you would have been pissed then. I think you would have been pissed. Jordan, how many slurs did you yell? 0 slurs, and I also heard 0 slurs. Shout out Boston, 0
also
slurs.
A little bit disappointing from what I expected.
All right, are they picking the lineman? They're picking the lineman.
Offensive lineman? Oh, Will Campbell from LA. By the way, Will Campbell, they gave all that suit is not wow. I wouldn't have
What is up with those buttons, Jack?
There's a listen, I am not a fashion guy. That looks horrendous. What he is wearing.
He's butting. He has them all buttoned up.
Josh, that's the worst suit in draft history.
Whoa, are you serious?
Well, as a fat white guy, I think I can.
You can speak to it.
I feel like someone who told him to wear that did him a huge disservice.
Yeah,
the double-breasted thing, the green, the vertical strap, the white shoes don't help. Whatever's happening with not wearing a tie, dude.
Oh my gosh,
that is
way too long. The jacket's too long. Jack.
It doesn't fit.
No. Wow, that whole suit is bad.
It looks like man, that is bad.
Did he maybe he made it?
Dude, the white guy, is he gonna bend the hat? Bend the hat. Bend the hat. Bend the hat, Will. Oh, he put 2 hands up there. It was exciting. Now, I will tell you this. I was going to praise him because I saw the tweet today that had all their walkout songs.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of modern, very modern stuff. He had Outcast, which was exciting. Now, he's from the South, but that was exciting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, his hat, Jack, has it has something on it. So that's a part of the thing this year. I couldn't tell what it was.
Suit is so bad.
Dude, that really, it is an all-time.
Whoever told him, he had to do that himself. He went to the mall, right? He went to the mall in Baton Rouge, like Gateway Baton Rouge.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, maybe that's what big hat. God, I hate the big hat.
And he went into like Yonkers and he just took something into a fitting room, didn't get it tailored. I can't believe this is not me critiquing this kind of a thing because I dress like crap, but that was one of the most. Wow.
I think any Patriots fans are worried about him because his suit's so bad, or maybe Vrabel is like, shit.
Just some judgment type stuff, especially for an offensive lineman.
Oh my gosh, only 4 sacks allowed in his entire career. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
The 5th was that suit.
He needs to sack that suit, Jack, is what he needs to do.
Yikes.
All right, so now the Browns are going to be up, and they now
they get their pick. What?
Yeah.
So what are they going for? I mean, they need everything.
They need everything. They need a lot of things.
Everything but Myles Garrett. But they're. Oh, man, I don't know.
Royals Girl Jack says Fashion Pod with Josh and Jack. Yeah, we've been planning some new pods that we're going to be doing over the course of the next few months. A fashion pod, perhaps, Jack, could be. Maybe a Friday night pod that we do going into the weekend. I can't believe
that take the intensity of that take surprised me, which goes to show you just how bad that was.
Yeah, it really was really bad. By the way, if you're hanging out with us for the first...
he's crying now. Oh, he's got snot coming out of his nose. Oh, he just wiped it with his finger. Get him a Kleenex. That's snot on your finger, man.
Do you think it's because he saw on the big screen how he looks in that suit?
He's going to wipe it on that suit. Oh, God, if it was... Let's go, Boston! Let's go, Patriots!
I'm walking here.
Tom Brady! I love Tom Brady.
By the way,
I got a number. How you like them apples?
If you're hanging out with us for the first time and you're like, what in God's name did I stumble into? This is the I-80 Club. We would very much love to have you subscribe.
I'm having a blast.
At the very least, Jack, you know what they could do? They could like and subscribe to the YouTube page. It's the easiest way to support us because, Jack, did you know? I looked at this while I was gone in Boston. We are now 59 subscribers away from 1,000. How cool would it be to get us to 1,000?
Danny Busboom Kelly. Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate everything you've already done for the community and our Facebook page.
And for our Facebook page. Awesome. I didn't even realize we had one of those.
A YouTube page,
exciting.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, we don't. You're right. We
by the way, speaking of volleyball state, before we get back to making fun of suits.
Whoa, Vlade!
Wow, that's a pretty bad one. Wow,
Jordan, nice job.
That's really bad.
Is he wearing a skirt there?
I think those are khakis.
They're like pleated khakis and a thin belt.
The early 90s were wild. We never talk about
tie.
We never talk about the early 90s before 90s fashion got good, and there's a reason why.
The early 90s. The other thing you know about an early 90s video is every person, and if I would have been in there too, they had the same glasses, which were like the perfect circle glasses, right?
Yes.
All of it.
Hey, one more thing real quick before we get back to it.
We got a selection.
Speaking of volleyball state, newsletter came out today for subscribers. Go check that out at patreon.com. So there you go. All right, who's it going to be?
Jackson Dart.
That would be hysterical.
Shador. Oh, Mason Graham. Okay. Well, I mean, could arguably be the best player in the draft, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, that chain is killing you, man. Jeez. Okay, he's not looking...
Oh, no ties tonight, Jack. I'm noticing a theme.
His pants are too low as well. His pants aren't. Oh God, this is one of the roughest first 5. Oh man, we need some. I'm gonna tell you what. And we need some wide receivers to be picked very soon. Up the fashion situation. I apologize to Travis Hunter about complaining about that one pink strap because that seems like a very nitpicky thing now.
Yeah, it seems awesome now, doesn't it? It seems the coolest thing so far.
Mason Graham, when he plays, is like, I guess he has gloves there, but he was always like the dude for the Bengals. Who's that guy for the Hendrickson or whatever from the Bengals? Have you ever noticed when that guy plays, he wears no gloves, he wears like no equipment other than like he wears like no elbow pads, anything else. He looks like he came from the 20s. Bend it, Mason. Oh, he almost did.
So far, Jack's favorite outfit is a shirtless Travis Hunter.
First of all, when I was talking about being shirtless, I said Shador. So bad job listening. So good, would have been a great burn, but you messed up the joke.
Oh man. Mason Graham, he's good. Michigan player, never gonna go wrong.
Dude, I mean, when they won the national championship, that dude was a freaking wrecking machine in that playoff that year. He was unbelievable. I was so jealous of how good he was.
Yeah, remember Nebraska having defenses that good, Jack? Remember those?
Yeah, although weirdly, Nebraska's defensive line has been by far their best position for the last 2 years. So
yeah. Think Ty Robinson will get picked tomorrow? Or are we gonna be talking about?
I think he's got a shot. I think he'll probably go tomorrow. Yeah,
I think so too.
Man, talk about a dude who, I remember Rule was saying 2 years ago, he's like, well, Ty could leave and go to the NFL. And I was like, really? I mean, like he could, but he's a final day / undrafted free agent guy probably last year. Oh, hey, here we go. Oh, we got a Husker highlight. Who was that? Who did he sack there?
Is that oh God, who was that? That was Jack, is that Logan Smothers? That was 2022.
Oh yeah. Oh my, I went to the Dave Matthews Band concert that night in Omaha.
That was Mickey Joseph.
Yes. That was when Ernest Hausman still played for Nebraska. Yeah.
Nice shameless plug for Matt. He says, speaking of that, go check out the 2010 Kansas State Be Kind Husker Rewind video and remind yourself how good our players used to be.
Do.
Absolutely.
Do. With my pop-up video dream with tweets on it.
Yes. By the way, Matt has also edited together a 2012 Michigan State game for us, and Matt, I'm responding to you right now via the podcast. He also sent me something on Sunday when I was in the midst of getting ready for the marathon for another watch party or another Be Kind Husker Rewind that we'll be doing, and I'll be checking that out over the course of the next few days. So we got some stuff coming up this summer.
Great.
I think we're doing like 4 or 5 more episodes, Be Kind Husker Rewind episodes this summer.
Well, it's really rejuvenated with the way Matt's edited them and put the tweets in, and it's like a brand. It's so cool. Could have never dreamed that it would be this cool. All right, what do we got next?
By the way, Brown's hat, Jack, has a little. It has a guitar on it for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How cool is that?
Oh God, they all have like a city thing on it.
Correct. I couldn't tell what the Patriots one was, but they had something. Okay, is this going to be Genty? Are the Raiders picking Ashton Genty with the 6th overall pick? Dila says not Genty, please. Yeah, I don't really want him to go there either.
It'll make me feel better about not getting him on my fantasy team if he goes to the Raiders, kind of. So I kind of want them to take him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is kind of going quick, isn't it? It feels like it's going quick.
I have now seen who the pick is. It does seem like it's going pretty fast. Remember, Jack, back when like the Peyton Manning draft, the first round picks were 15 minutes.
Let's go. Okay, good. I mean, I'm glad he went higher, but that's awesome. I don't want to cheer for a Raiders running back. So, wow,
he's gonna be good.
People are so high. Honestly, people are so high on him now. Okay, now that is a suit, baby.
Yeah, look, that's a good
straighten out that tie. That is a look there.
That is a good look. Yeah, he looks way better.
Very nice. Very nice. You got to straighten out that bow tie, but that's really good. People have gotten so high on talking about him. I think they maybe have gone too high, to be honest.
Wow. So you think he has gone from like underrated / properly appreciated to now a bit overrated?
I have heard so few people be like, he'll be a good running back to like, he's the highest graded running back since, Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith, had a baby. Like,
look at him though. Look at all these tackles he's breaking. Look at how he runs. He's amazing. Look at what he did.
What? Yeah, like crap like this.
Holy shit. Okay.
Whatever the hell that is, though. It's an NGS score.
Yeah, next gen stats. He's elite. Wow, Reggie Bush is the highest ranked player since 05.
He's got an America flag on his suit. Didn't see that
really?
coming.
Where's that at? On the sleeve.
Wow, he loves America, too.
What, are you saying you're surprised but that somebody loves their country, Jack?
I mean, enough to put it on their sleeve a little, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would put the American flag on my suit ever.
So what's the Raiders pin on his hat?
Good question.
Oh,
I can't tell what it is.
Who are these people? Is high school? Or I don't know who this is. Who are we looking at? There's some younger. This is just children of a variety of ages. And...
You see that kid shove the other kid? He knocked him down.
What the hell is that?
By the way, Dila says, Jack, will this change your mind? It's Genty shirtless. This is a great new bit. Jack just loves the players when they're shirtless. I like this.
Just Shador. I bet Shador looks better with his shirt off than he runs. That's all I'm saying. If you were putting a chart, how's he look with his shirt off? How's he run? The shirt off level would be way higher. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a very reasonable thing to say. God, I'm so glad. Okay, I don't know what I think about the A pin. The lapel pin. I mean, your grandma thinks that's a nice pin for her to wear.
What's the hat? What's the pin on the hat? Can you tell what it is? I can't tell. It's like it's different. It's horizontal.
Poker chip. What do we got? It's Vegas.
Yeah, that's.
Right?
I was thinking it's got to be something Vegas related.
Tweezers. I can't see it very. It looks like one of those bones that you pick out in operation. I can't.
Oh
tell
wow,
what it
Andrew!
is.
Shout out Andrew, who's done some Lord's work for us. The Patriots draft pin features the lighthouse from Gillette Stadium.
Oh, good
the
Lord.
Raiders pin features a silhouette of Allegiant Stadium. Boo! That's boring as
that's
hell.
Also super weird. Is this the Rolling Stones here? Oh, is it Bon Jovi?
Journey. Why
Journey.
is Journey play?
Wait, that's
don't
not
stop
Journey.
believing. Yes, it is. It said it.
I thought they had like an Indonesian lead singer. That looked like John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Journey is playing for some reason. Wow, that's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me. Huh. Odd.
All right, who we got next?
Jets.
Well, let's see how they F this up. Yes.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh, are they going to commercial? Oh, that sucks. I guess that does help us get the picks, so back to back.
Takes me back. Yeah. Oh, God. Jets screwing up draft picks is one of my favorite bits ever.
It's a great tradition, Jack. It's an incredible tradition. Every year, we get it every year, Remember when they drafted, what's his name from BYU, Zach Wilson, a few years ago?
Yes,
that turned
I
out to
have
be
a tweet.
Fire?
I have a tweet the second after it happened and what a terrible draft pick that was. Search me and a Zach Wilson tweet or Jets Zach Wilson tweet. It's oddly clairvoyant.
Really?
I remember who was it in the 80s? Like Jeff Lageman. Is that a guy, Jeff Lageman, who got tweeted or drafted?
No idea.
Jeff Lageman.
You never have tweeted the word Zach Will. You've never tweeted Zach Wilson before.
Did you spell it right?
I think so. Isn't it Z-A-C-H? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to search Jets.
There's probably a million Jets ones.
Yeah,
I'm a big Jets tweeter.
Yeah.
Search Jets Wilson.
Okay. When did he get drafted? Was that 2021?
That was
here we go. I found it, Jack. I found it. All right. This is April 29th, 2021. I'll post it in here for all to see. I'm definitely risking a old take exposed retweet in the future, but there's literally zero chance that Wilson and the Jets work out. Wow. Shout out to you, Jack. I'll give that the retweet to put it on everybody's timeline right now. Look at you, Jack. That's amazing. Never would have saw that coming. What if they would have had Zach Wilson without a shirt, though? How would you have felt about him then?
He probably runs about like he should with his shirt off. I don't know. All right, Jets. So is Favre not Favre? So what's Aaron Rodgers doing this year? I got to figure out what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
He still hasn't decided. He still hasn't decided. What would you bet? Do you think he plays for somebody or you think he retires?
I think he retires.
I do too.
Nobody wants him, right?
The Steelers want him. The Steelers still don't have a quarterback, Jack. I was listening to a pod today where they were openly wondering if the Steelers are going to trade for Kirk Cousins. How stupid would that be? Kirk Cousins is at the end of the road.
They're getting Shador.
Don't
they have what's his name from Ohio State? So do they get rid of him?
Nope. He's on the Giants now. No, he's not on the Giants. He's on the Jets now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Justin Fields is on the Jets.
Justin Fields.
The Giants, though,
That's right.
Giants have Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston as their quarterbacks.
Did I ever tell you Justin Fields' parents stayed at my mom's house when
Yes.
Ohio State played Nebraska?
When they
The
absolutely
game day year.
rocked them.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
My mom VRBOs her upstairs, and Justin Fields' parents stayed there, and she like sat and had a glass of wine with him or something.
That
on
is
the
so
Friday night
awesome.
before. Yeah.
Royals girl wants to know, Jack, do you have an NFL team?
No, I don't. I was too. The story goes, I was too promiscuous with my teams growing up, and I can no longer love a single team anymore. I did a lot of cheering for like the team who had my favorite former Husker on it, and so we've done studies on this. I've had as a favorite team nearly a third of the NFL at some point during the course of my life.
So funny.
Yeah. So I can't. I try. I'd like to in some cases. Man. Like,
Maybe
okay,
someday.
if it were me wearing a suit, I would love to have someone be like, yeah, it's okay if you wear tennis shoes. It looks cool. Like, looks casual, but it looks stupid. Like, it looks
Dude,
terrible.
Riss hates tennis shoes with suits. Absolutely despises it.
And we got a offensive tackle. Missouri guy.
Yeah. People love
Okay.
Membu.
Why does Missouri get so many good offensive
Wow,
linemen?
the filter on this camera sucks.
Yeah, it's not.
It looks like it's from the 90s.
6'4", 332. He's a knee bender, according to the NFL Network. Wow, I guess I'm kind of a knee non-bender guy.
Well, that explains why you didn't make the NFL, Jack.
No, just in terms of what I like. I like my tackles just not to use their knees bending.
Oh,
wise.
interesting. No, not a bad idea.
And that's me. You know, it's a style.
Isn't it wild to pick a guy who was only second team all conference in the first 7 picks? It's kind of wild.
Who's that? So whose fault is that? Is that the Jets? Is that the SEC media, or is that Missouri's, or is it his?
Excellent
Whose fault
question.
is that?
Yeah. Excellent questions all around.
Look,
Wow, but they're
higher
saying he's elite.
athleticism. Will Campbell 6 below him.
Wow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I have no takes on this man. I've heard about him, and I've heard he's good, and people like him.
Panthers. God, what a bunch of sad teams about to pick.
Yeah, how long are we hanging out here tonight? Because the Shador pick is maybe the Saints one, but if not there, then I'm not hanging out till the end of the first round. Obviously, we're not doing that. We're hanging. We'll probably sign off.
Whenever
soon.
you want. Whenever you want to.
Should we stay? We can stay through the Dallas pick in 4 picks.
I'm gonna watch anyway, so I don't mind staying around.
All right, perfect. We'll hang out until the Dallas pick.
I might take a 30-second break to refresh my drink and use the restroom, but you know.
Nice. I'm gonna have some bourbon tonight, Jack. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
I am back. I'm doing some zip lines. I'm doing a Busch Light right now. It's almost gone though. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
He's over it. All right, so when's Dallas? We'll go to Dallas.
They're picking 12. So we have, counting the Panthers, we have 5 picks left. That sounds good. I think it's gonna be a wide receiver.
It's gonna be that territory-wise McMillan.
No, I don't think it's gonna be McMillan.
The Arizona guy.
No, I don't think it's gonna be him.
No, really?
No,
he's the top. You think he's gonna be gone?
I think it's
gonna be. They won't want him.
I think they're gonna. No, I think he's gonna be gone. I think they're drafting Matthew Golden from Texas. Really, really fast guy. Ted McMillan, though.
His name would make me want to draft him. But I thought that about Golden Tate too, and I was right. So,
dude, Jack, Golden Tate. I always thought that guy was gonna be awesome because he has a great name, but he was just kind of fine.
I mean, he had a solid NFL career, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
and he played for Notre Dame too, which had golden helmets, which was
pretty cool.
People forget that was double gold.
What did you think of Jeff Samardzija back in the day?
Oh man, yeah, I thought he was a great Chicago Cubs pitcher. Don't forget too.
Oh yeah, he dual sport athlete.
Wasn't he involved in some big brawl or something with the Cubs at some point?
Oh, was he? Oh wow, I don't remember that.
I think it was Jeff Samardzija brawl. Well, the Saints pick Sanders.
That's
girl asked. That was I saw one. I don't know if this is all outdated now, but I saw that a week or two ago.
Yeah, that's like the team. I think the first now real team in this first
Did people
round.
just start getting progressively honest about Sanders, like a little bit more and a little bit more over the course of like a very slow 6 months? I'm so confused by this.
I think that's what happened. I think, you talk to more people the closer you get to the draft, and they're like, yeah, why would we draft him in the top 10?
I'm going to do a thing which I should have been doing from the beginning, and I'm going to pull up the depth chart, the Ourlads depth chart of the NFL team. So they do still have Derek Carr and Spencer Rattler.
Well,
they're not
see, so here's the issue, though. So Derek Carr has some sort of an injury. I can't remember what it was that popped up like a week and a half ago. Was it a shoulder or something weird? That like now people are concerned is gonna it could keep him out for the whole season.
I swear Derek Carr, there were 3 times last year where they were like, he's out for this season, and then I'd see him back in the game.
Remember when the Saints got off to the 2-0 start and they were scoring?
They were just murdering people. It was like Super Bowl guaranteed. Saints.
Yeah. They beat the Cowboys by a bazillion points in week 2, and it was like, wow, are the Saints good? And then like 5 games later, it's like, never mind, the Cowboys are just terrible.
Everyone's like, is Rashid Shaheed this year's MVP? You know, that kind of.
Are those people inside too? I haven't even seen those.
Dude, they also have Spencer Rattler, though.
Yeah.
People forget about Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, maybe they forget about Spencer Rattler. All right.
Alvin Kamara.
Dave Tepper. That guy sucks.
Very confusing because the same name as one of your bosses.
I know. It's so strange.
Very confusing. Ooh, top available linebacker from Georgia, and then the Penn State tight end. I saw him going to the Bears.
Tyler Warren. That guy's good.
And that 2 tight ends. Look at that.
Wow, they have Hampton as the 13th best player.
I think the Chiefs might take a tight end tonight. Pick the Travis Kelce heir apparent. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of freaking people there. That looks miserable, though.
Yeah.
Like, what if you have to go to the bathroom?
I was gonna say, where is the bathroom? And where do you go buy
do
beer? Where do you go buy?
Yeah.
Do you want to go?
When do you get? No. I will. I'll sneak out in a second here, but I'll be back. But I was just thinking, like, if you want,
you have to go all the way back to the end of the line, and then you have to like power your way through the rest of those people. That sounds like hell. Sounds absolutely terrible. Friend of the Grum, Charles Davis.
Jonathan Brooks. Man, Leggett and Brooks. Boy, that was a real fart of a draft last year.
They've had a real fart of the draft a lot lately.
All
right, who are they going to pick?
Jonathan Brooks. I mean, all that ended up happening is making what's his name from Oklahoma State, who's 84 years old, re-sign him and make him your running back.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone always thinks it's Chubba, but it's Chuba.
Chubba. It's very confusing with the Purdy.
It really is because it's spelled like it should be Chubba.
Oh! Okay. Wow.
See, I told you he wasn't going to the Cowboys.
Wow.
Tet McMillan. That guy's tall.
Territoria.
Tetero? Yeah, that's why we'll just call him
Teteroa.
Remember when Arizona was really good 2 years ago?
Drake London. these things that are very funny. I know that's a comp, but it just looks
Yeah. It's like, hey, what are his skill sets? Drake London. All right, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Oh, look at that. A classic ACC battle. Arizona versus Cal.
Love it.
Oh, man.
It's so hard to tell with a guy like this who people drooled about the entire college football season and just played for a team that wasn't that good. You know, you just don't know.
Yeah, and Jack, and maybe this is stupid, but who is the player?
Thank you, Dilo.
Who is the player from TCU who got drafted by the Chargers? Tall guy, and suddenly now like can't catch, kind of stinks. Remember that? That wide receiver. Like, I don't know. I just get a little nervous about some of these guys that are just built off of being tall.
Who got the Chargers?
The TCU. He played in the national
TCU
championship.
guy. Yeah.
What was his name?
Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson. I don't know. Maybe that's unfair because it's like, hey, look, a tall receiver.
Did he bend
I'm just gonna. No, he didn't bend it.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just get a little nervous about it. Just get a little nervous about tall guys.
Oh, he's giving him.
Like he's
Okay.
drafted because he's tall. That's why he's picked, because
That
he's
lei
tall.
looks like it's made out of cactus or something. I don't know if I
He
would wear
gave
that.
it to Goodell.
It looks
Wow.
very itchy. It's got a lot of stem, like
It
more
does.
stem. It's got more stem than flower, is what I would say.
Yeah.
I expect more leaf and flower in my lei.
Wow, look at that. That is quite big.
It
It
will
doesn't look
be
like it moves easily.
no.
Mark, how funny would it have been if Goodell didn't take it? That would have been absolutely awesome.
You know, Keena's
Keena,
right.
you don't want an itchy leg.
Imagine the back of your neck. I mean,
Yeah, if you get laid and it's itchy, man, you got a whole host of concerns, Jack. A whole host of them.
Kurt Warner with a pastel purple suit.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't know, but I peed next to him in Memorial Stadium once.
Shout out to Kurt and his
Shout
son
out.
Cade.
Shout out to peeing.
Shout out indeed.
And it was one of those things where I noticed in the middle of it, and I looked, and I was like, "Okay, should I look again?"
Yeah,
Like I know it's him, and I want to look at him, and in not a weird way, but you're next to a celebrity. It's like you should take it all in as much as you can, but also we're both peeing. It was a real decision time for me.
Yeah.
It was tough. And so what I think I did was tried to do the look about here and then use the side eye. Is what I mean. There were dividers, but I mean, I was looking at his face. My eyes were up there. It was his face, but
you were looking at his wiener.
No, I was looking at his face. His beard is what I was looking at.
He has a great beard. Now. Kurt Warner.
Listen,
incredible beard.
If I'm looking at one part of Kurt Warner's body, it's his beard.
It's his beard. Did he look at you? Did he peek over at you? Did he check you out? Did he give you the old up and down?
No, I was trying. I don't think so.
That's too bad. You could have said I host a radio show. I've talked about your son on the radio before.
Very exciting. He would have been very.
He would have been like, "Wow, that's cool."
He had a very. I remember he had a white hooded, like a white Husker sweatshirt, and I was like, I always feel like white sweatshirts are. I don't know.
They just get dirty so fast.
They get dirty so fast. Yeah, I don't. No, it wasn't like that, Biff. You got to move that guy's head.
Keena says, I feel like Jack is saying lots of great drops if drops were a thing here. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Keena. That was awesome. Oh.
It's a beard, all right. Actually, that doesn't make sense.
All right, are they going to pick Shedeur? They just showed Shedeur, and he either looked happy like he got picked and is about to be really excited, or he's like pretending to be happy because
he looked happy because he's about to show his athleticism that he faked.
Nice.
I don't
think it's gonna be him here.
White sweatshirt, less than no shirt. No, they got, like I said, they got a potentially injured Derek Carr. They got Spencer Rattler. They got Ben DiNucci on their roster right now.
DiNucci.
I mean, you know this better. You know this better than anyone. If they've got Ben DiNucci, I wouldn't.
Oh man,
I wouldn't even mess with that room.
No, yeah, that's inarguable. Dallas Cowboy fans, we love Ben DiNucci. All right, here we go.
All those years, Dak would get hurt every year. Ben DiNucci.
Do you know where Cooper Rush is now?
I don't. No.
You ready for this? Baltimore. He's Lamar Jackson's backup now.
Oh, really? Kelvin Banks from Texas.
Oh, dude, Shedeur is gonna drop like a rock. He's going down.
Calvin stay at home. Oh, he was good until he hugged his dad. Oh, and then mom. He lost it. Awesome. He kissed his baby. He saw his friends, and then dad and mom. He just completely lost it.
That's awesome.
Also, he's got what is that? Some sort of it looks like a candy bar shaped thing on his neck. What is that? The fam cam.
Oh, he's got a hat. They got a hat ready for him.
Hey, there he is, losing a playoff game. That's exciting.
Nice.
Here he is losing a Big Ten or SEC championship. That's exciting.
Yep.
Here he is.
What game is this that they're losing? What is that?
Here he is, beating Clemson. That was a playoff game.
Yep, they won. They won in the playoffs.
Yeah, what is this one they keep showing there? With it looks like they're playing like San Diego State or something.
Who is that? Oh, that's Oklahoma State. They played them in the Big 12 championship game in 2022.
Oh, what kind of freaking uniforms are you wearing, Oklahoma State?
I missed the start of that game, and by the time I turned it on, I think they were up like 28-0. I was like, okay, well, I'm happy I missed the beginning of this game. 4 sacks allowed on 1,477 pass block snaps in his career. That is wild.
Yes. Shador.
D'Lo says those Texas whites are unmatched. Ooh, I think they said that in the 1800s as well, D'Lo. All right.
Who's he talking to there? Oh.
Friends, a documentary crew. I like that white guy in the back laughing at that joke. Good one, friend. That was a funny one.
Good one. Good one, SS.
Royals girl says, who will the Cowboys choose? I'm going to stick with
Okay, so now you say wide receiver.
Yep. Okay, so are the Bears going to take Tyler Warren from Penn State?
I think so. I do. I think that's my guess.
Alex says, watch Shador go to the Cowboys. That would be, man, you want to talk about a circus. That would be an absolute circus.
They're not going to, if they're taking a wide receiver, they're taking Golden because they're not going to go up and get that Iowa State. What is it? That isn't that Iowa State guy, or Egbuka would be the other one, right? And he's not.
Yeah, he's not going to get picked as high. It doesn't sound like. I'm surprised. As someone who is not a draft person, I always thought Egbuka was going to be like a top 15 pick. I really like him, Egbuka. I feel like he's going to be good.
He feels like he feels like he'll be picked low and be better. Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah. He has a very high floor.
All those, but that's the reason you think that is because all those Ohio State guys have worked out.
That is definitely
for 5 years.
That is definitely true. Are they doing a stand-up act right now? Oh, wow, Biff. Shador will be good. # freezing cold takes. Well, that's because what's her name is from ESPN and the other is from NFL Network, right?
It's NFL Network gal. I don't know about the one for the left, but the one on the right.
She's from ESPN. She hosts the is that Laura Rutledge? She hosts like their
the one on the right is always interviewing Steve Mariucci on Monday nights.
Yes, he is. Okay.
Schedule release. Ooh, that's another step up the stairs, Josh.
Let's go. Oh,
May 14th.
We love it. We
love
it.
We love it, don't we? We love it. 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from yesterday.
Shoot, we might do a live pod reaction that night too to the NFL schedule release.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right.
By the way, Jack, one of my group chats is popping off. Did you realize that the Ice Bucket Challenge is back with the Youth of America?
I did because my daughter did it in our back porch like 3 days ago.
What on earth? What year is it? 2014? What is happening?
This has got to be Tyler Warren. Wow, that guy wore bear claws and a bear hat. Amazing. That's got to be so hot. Although it's cold in Green Bay. So, there we got some shirtless dudes. Look at that dude. He's flexing his shoulders. Very nice. Not that I noticed.
Yeah, you're like, can they pick him? Can they draft that man?
This is Tyler Warren, right? Tyler Warren?
Yeah, probably, right?
Man, wow. It's every time I see Goodell, it's like every time I've wanted to wear what he's wearing and be like, I'm sort of dressed up. It makes me glad I didn't. It's just, wow. And then the blue shirt, no tie, the white shoes, it's all bad.
Oh, so you think this whole outfit is bad?
No, it's like the exact thing I would say. I would say to my wife, I was like, I can wear this tonight, right? This is fine. It's comfortable. It's kind of like sneakily cool, but it's not when I see it on him, at least. Oh, yep, Steve McMichael tribute first. Yes.
What?
He died. Didn't you hear? Steve McMichael. Do you know who this is? 85 Bears.
The name. Yeah, I know the name. Jeez. I mean, I don't look. I'm not trying to be an ass.
This is like the guy didn't. This is like the opposite version of when the guy didn't know the comic book guy.
Oh, who cares?
Who cares? That was what you just did. That's what I would have done about that, and now vice versa. Oh, jeez.
Jack, I want to get to the Cowboys
who cares?
pick.
Jesus.
I just want to get to the Cowboys pick.
Oh god. What? Dude, wait. When they show Walter Payton? He died a long time ago.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
wow, 50th anniversary.
Look, I'm still sad about it, but
yeah.
I mean, as sad as a guy is about a guy who died 15 years ago, but
he died like 25 years ago.
Oh, 15th year anniversary of what then?
50th. It was 50th anniversary of him getting drafted.
I thought you said 15th anniversary.
Oh, no.
The 15th anniversary of his 10-year anniversary of dying?
Biff says pro wrestling fans think NFL fans are weird. I wouldn't go to a draft for $10.
Oh, they went with the other one. Bad choice.
No
Bad
way,
choice.
really?
Wow.
Dallas draft Tyler Warren.
Dude.
Oh man,
What
I want Tyler Warren on the Cowboys.
What a Bears thing. Mitch Trubisky is like, I don't know about that one. Wow, really?
Oh my gosh.
I hate that so much.
Wow. That is wild.
Did you ever watch Loveland and Warren and think Loveland is the best?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, he was great. I mean, he was very good, but come on. Warren looked like more of a generational type player.
Yes. Tyler Warren is freaking awesome.
What in the
wow.
NFL comparison? Tyler Eifert. Well, congrats, I guess. Like, you got a replacement level tight end? I don't know. What the hell?
Matt McMaster just tweeted, I don't want to talk to anybody.
I don't believe they're doing a big thing on comparing him to Tyler Eifert. Like, Tyler Eifert isn't a league average tight end. What in the world, dog?
Wow.
Absolute.
Wow.
Wow. D'Lo, your search history. Wow, is going to be amazing. And by the way,
I want the Cowboys to draft Tyler Warren. This would be awesome.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a fun twist to this
yes.
party. Well, I mean, all that's left is the 49ers.
Yeah.
And they've got George Kittle. I know he's old, but they're not going to draft a tight end. They got, I think, wow.
Interesting. Ben Johnson's first draft. Interesting. Biff. Loveland is a rodeo cowboy. They're elite.
I
Biff
mean,
is also a rodeo cowboy.
Look at he got a 75 in athleticism according to the Next Gen Stats draft score.
Yikes. Interesting. DZ says the Niners are taking an edge rusher.
Man, the Bears know how to piss on their fans' enthusiasm, don't they? Holy jeez. With the draft, I have never seen a team just we got some hunters in that family. We got cowboy hat in there.
Oh, wow. That's quite the look.
Oh, Skurs Severe said Loveland is the best tight end in the draft. Crazy. Well, that sounds about right.
D'Lo, he was second team all conference. Why do we hate this pick? Because they passed on the first team tight end. Exactly. They passed on the dude who, like, all year long, it was like, wow, he's easily the best tight end.
You want me to say the most outrageous thing that will be said on this podcast all night?
Yeah, say it.
There's a non-zero chance Thomas Fedoni has a better career than he does.
Wow. That could be the Husker Max pod transcript for tomorrow. Explain yourself, Jack.
I don't know. I just wanted to say something shocking. It probably
there we go.
Be true.
Can't argue with that, folks.
Non-zero allows you to say a crazy ass thing when you put it that way, because you're not saying it's going to be true. You're saying there is a 1 in a bazillion chance, but
that's true.
But we've always been a pro Fedoni podcast. It's just, it's that kind of thing, just sticking with the consistency.
Alex says title for tonight's show. Yeah. So what are we making the title? Thomas Fedoni will be better than Loveland at tight end, or as D'Lo says, guys naming guys with no shirts.
that might be. I don't know.
I think I'll just stick to a nice and classy NFL draft watch party But, you never know what you can do.
Did you know Kyle Juszczyk signed a 2-year, $8 million contract after being released, apparently? Who's Deebo Samuel play for now? I don't even know.
Washington.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they traded him to Washington.
Oh, wow. Samuel and Daniels. They're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
Okay, let's settle down now.
Washington's going to the Super Bowl, baby. NFC East champs going to the Super Bowl.
That'd be so triggering. That would be so triggering if they'd been so bad my entire life, and now they're. Oh my gosh.
The Super Bowl. They're in the Super Bowl now. That's
awful. It. Jack, that would be terrible. If Daniels is going to be this good, I am going to be in absolute hell for many years. God, I don't like it.
Okay. This thing, or I was just saying how fast this was going, but
yeah,
we've done 10 picks. It's 8:20.
Yeah. So that's one every 8 minutes, basically.
Shedeur ain't getting picked for another hour minimum.
Oh, Jack, yeah. We might not see him until the end of the night. Hell, he might not get drafted until tomorrow. Hey, here's a question. You don't get drafted. You had a party on night 1. Do you have a party again?
That's a great question.
Like, do you do the whole thing again?
People didn't Will Levis come back, or was it Will Levis that came back? Had to come back the next one.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's definitely happened a few times. But yeah, do you do a party again? A second party? God, that would suck. That'd be so embarrassing.
How many touchdowns do you think Colston Loveland had last year?
I'm gonna guess. Given you're laughing, I'm gonna guess 4.
5.
Wow.
What do you think?
How many did Tyler Warren have?
I don't know.
Look up Tyler Warren's stats. I bet they are very, very high. It's a very high number.
Okay. Tyler Warren. Scrolling down. He had 8. And he had 7 the year before. Loveland had 5 and 4.
Interesting.
Yards per catch, Colston Loveland 10.4 last year. Tyler Warren 11.9 last year. Yards receiving, though, Tyler Warren 1,233. Mm-hmm. Colston Loveland 582.
Wow. Way less production.
Way
less production.
Twice as many catches. Just like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Biff, Shedeur on a rookie contract or Brock Purdy making $50 million a year. Now that would be an amazing twist if they were like, screw it, we're going to draft Shedeur Sanders to be our new quarterback on a cheap deal.
Pick is in. Going to Tokyo for this one. Man, why is that guy's like the words on his Army or his Marine thing are like very V-shaped?
I don't, Jack. These are troops. Don't you dare talk about.
But I think those are supposed to be. Look at those guys. They're straight. Knights are very straight.
So you're saying that Johnson did his stuff
I just
wrong.
think Knight had his uniform on better than Johnson.
Wow. Oh, I thought they were going to announce the pick. I was like, damn, that's crazy that they're doing it live.
They didn't let the troops announce it?
Nope.
It's kind of
but Goodell is calling for some cheers. All right, give us the pick.
Come on, change the screen. Let's see it. Show me the. Put it up
Keena,
on
he's just annoyed the soldiers have shirts on.
Wow. What are we cheering for? I thought he said the pick.
I think we're cheering for troops.
Oh,
troops.
I'm grateful for that.
Wow, look at
I'm great.
Guys.
I didn't thought it was.
Thank you for your service, but get to the damn pick.
I thought he gave the pick and they just weren't putting the graphic up. Did someone just give him a paper towel to wipe his tears? That's like a.
Yes.
It's like a recycled
McDonald's.
napkin. No, not even a McDonald's one, like a brown recycled one. I mean, give this guy. Oh, now he's just. Oh, that's a wipe. That's okay.
What's on his hat? What's the 49ers little logo? I can't tell what that was.
That's a great question. The Golden Gate Bridge.
All right, we've come upon the pick for my team.
Last one.
Yeah, and then we'll say goodbye. By the way, coming up over the next. Yeah, this has been awesome. Coming up over the next few days, we'll have a coffee show on Saturday. I believe that there will be a volleyball state. Oh, no, Jack, there's going to be a volleyball state post-game show
dude,
on Saturday following the exhibition. Details
let's
still
go.
to come. It'll start about a half hour after the game, kind of like after Nebraska ball did. TBD on if it has an official name or not, or if this will just be the volleyball state post-game show. And then we'll have the official
volleyball.
Yeah, so I posted in one of the channels the other day that was my idea, and it got a laughing emoji from one of our subscribers. It wasn't a joke. I like it. After volleyball is good.
What are those sunglasses he's wearing? Those are those cool sunglasses? I don't know.
You think they're uncool?
I doubt it's a question. It's not a rhetorical question. It's a question. Are those cool?
Royals Girl says Josh pissed about honoring someone who has passed away.
Right.
Jack pissed about the troops.
Again, I didn't have audio, just to be very clear.
Yeah,
I did not have audio, but I did not like the way that guy's names went like this on his shirt. Like I like his superior. Oh, Jerry made the pick.
All right, D-Lo, Josh, you know the ice bucket challenge is back 2 seconds later. Who died? I don't care. I died of the illness the ice bucket challenge was created to cure.
Amazing.
R.I.P. I just wanted to get to the 12th pick.
Wait, is Peter Brady in that room? Who's that guy up there on the top right there? He looks like one of the Brady boys.
Maybe he is.
The middle one. That guy.
I hate that guy. I hate that man so much. He is the absolute worst.
All right. Is this Tyler Warren? Who else? If it's not, who do you think it is? Real quick.
I think it's going to be Matthew Golden. I think they're going to draft him, but it wouldn't surprise me. Don't spoil it, Jack. I want to learn from television.
I won't.
Roger Goodell on mute.
They got like 5 tight ends. You're probably right.
They do have tight ends. I don't think they're going to draft a tight end. I think it's going to be Golden. Either that or a lineman. They love drafting linemen that I've never heard of before. Tyler Booker, cool, a lineman. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe he'll be good. They do need line help, so I have no takes.
The necklace he's wearing has so many letters in the word, it's covered up by the lapels of his jacket. He needs to either wear that outside of the lapels or pick a shorter word. Whoa. Okay. Oh, see, there you go. Thank you. Someone told him what I said. Whoa, don't run. Walk, please. Walk, please, in the hallways.
Yeah. Watch
please
him
walk.
Get injured.
Please walk.
Dude, don't hurt yourself. You're
quit running.
Wow, this guy's really excited.
Your running is very stressing me out.
Yeah. All right.
You're gonna get tired too. Okay, put on your hat. Bend.
What if this was the guy who bent his hat for the first time all night long?
Oh, so close. Yep. What is that? A Metallica necklace? What is that?
It does look like that font, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's Metallica.
I think it's T-Book. It says T-Book.
No.
The blue jersey. God,
he's a big Jack. James Hetfield guy. He's
don't know that reference.
He's a big Injustice for All guy.
All
right. That was fun.
Yes. All right. So here's what we got coming up over the next few days. Jack,
we should watch more drafts together.
We should watch. We'll do an NBA draft this summer in June after the NBA.
We should watch an NBA draft together. That would be amazing.
That'd be a great time. Hey, Cooper Flag went number 1. All right. See you later, everybody.
Well, see ya.
We'll be back on Saturday for Saturday morning coffee show. Usual time, usual stuff. There will also be a Volleyball State post-game show on Saturday. Stay tuned for that. Also, if you missed it, go check out the Volleyball State article from Lincoln and Jeff. It is available right now, patreon.com/I-80 Club. And if you are watching this, listening to this on the free feed, and you're saying, whoa, newsletter from Lincoln Arneal and Jeff Sheldon, yeah, you can go check it out. All you have to do is become a subscriber today at patreon.com/I-80 Club. We have a lot of stuff cooking over the next few months because Jack, football season is like 4 months away. It will be here before you know it.
We're halfway there.
Royals girls, we say goodbye. Wasn't expecting reaction to NFL draft to be fashion reactions, shirtless guys, and not honoring troops or deceased people. Laughing while crying emoji.
Just to be clear again, I just didn't know what he was saying.
And either way, if that's what you liked about it, like and subscribe and help us out. If
that's what you liked about it, that was what I was doing.
Indeed. All right. For Jack, I'm Josh. Have a great night. Good to be back, everybody. We will talk to you on Saturday. Later.